President John Dramani Mahama and the foreign minister has achieved something monumental that will be remembered for years.
You guys, we have a major breaking news that even till this point, it is only Ghana that is pushing for the slave trade to become a crime against humanity.
Can you see what Ghana president is doing for the whole Africa?
Ghana president is currently trending in the whole world as he stands as the only African president that is seeking for reparation for Black Americans to be, slavery to be called a crime scene in the whole world. So we're going to be allowing you guys to watch this video of what Ghana president is currently trending for. Currently, the UN have actually declined. They did not vote for this, and we have 123 countries that have already voted for this to become a crime scene for Africans and Black Americans. So we're going to be checking out videos of people's reaction, and some Americans, Black Americans, are also against this. So we're going to be checking out these videos together. But if you're just seeing me for the first time, I'm simply Lilian. Do well by liking this video, subscribe and share.
First of all, President John Dramani Mahama and the foreign minister has achieved something monumental that will be remembered for years. So the president of Ghana and the foreign minister, Mr. Okujeto, has been speaking about how cruel this transatlantic slave trade was. And, they are speaking about it in front of the UN General Assembly, and they even tabled a motion. So today, a monumental feast was achieved. The UN General Assembly has voted to recognize slave trade as the gravest crime against humanity. The proposal by Ghana was adopted with 123 votes in favor and 3 against. The United States, Israel, and Argentina were actually the ones that voted against it. I think 50-something abstained. So these are the 3 countries that actually voted against it. Argentina. Have you ever seen a Black Argentine before? Doing some war with Peru and the rest. They pushed all the blacks in the front line. So United States voted against it, and then people's darling in Africa, Israel voted against it. Finland, France, Sweden, Switzerland, the rest, all of them, they are stained. But the ones that voted against it, no, is Argentina. Argentina, I'm not even surprised of those ones. United States, and Israel. So this is something huge. Now, I don't know if this slave trade reparations will be paid to African countries. I don't know, but I hope they are paid. Now, because of the Holocaust, Israel has been receiving money from Germany for the past years. Every year, 1 billion. Germany pays Israel 1 billion for what Mr. H did, which is the Holocaust. That's how they call it. Every year, 1 billion is paid as a compensation to Israel. So if now this slave trade is seen as the gravest crime against humanity, then all the African countries should also be paid. Everyone. Ghana, we should be getting like 5 billion every year. Anyways, not to forget, President Akufo-Addo actually was part of it, because I think once he went to the General Assembly and then he spoke about paying of reparation. So this is a monumental win.
You guys, we have a major breaking news that even till this point, it is only Ghana that is pushing for the slave trade to become a crime against humanity. And the question is, where are the other African country, prime minister, president, whatsoever they represent? Why are they not speaking? Why is it only Ghanaians that are speaking? Now, according to Al Jazeera News, Ghana pushed for slave trade to be declared a crime against humanity at a Latin American and a Caribbean forum in Bogota, Colombia. Ghana foreign minister proposed a resolution recognizing the transatlantic slave trade as a crime against humanity and right to reparation. But even up till now, nobody is speaking apart from Ghana. That's not fair. And then a lot of people will come and be like, nobody needs reparation. Reparation should not be given. Slave owners were given reparation when they abolished slave trade. Slave owners were given reparation for the fact that they were no longer trading people. Why is it so bad that reparation cannot be given to those transatlantic, which is the main slave descendants? Why? And why is it only Ghana that kept pushing this? Why is it that there is no news that is carrying that other African leaders are saying it? It is well. Ghana, we are proud of you guys, honestly. Follow for more and let me know what you think in the comment section.
President and the foreign minister, that the UN should declare the transatlantic slave trade that happened in the past as barbaric, with which countries have voted in favor of that, and with which I also agree. So as a result, there will be compensations to all the countries that was involved that have been involved or was involved in the transatlantic slave trade. So those of you who did history, you understand what the transatlantic slave trade means. Transfer of human beings from Africa to West Indies and all that. And our forefathers went through this pain. That is experience. That's why we have Black Americans. That's why we have Black, and so on and so forth. It was because of the slave trade. And God bless the president and the foreign minister for this.
Can you see what Ghana president is doing for the whole Africa? I never sure say you hear this thing. I'm not sure say you hear what they happen. The Ghana president is taking Africa to the next level, to the extent that the people who enslave our forefathers, they need to compensate us. Ha! This is the kind of leader we want. The second Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana. Somebody who think about the people. And after they talk this thing, una know they believe me. I know they talk anyhow. I know person wey dey sit as a Ghana president. Abeg, listen to this wonderful moment with one man. All the whole continent, all the whole continent gather to discuss about this matter.
Truth begins with language, with the power that words hold to shape consciousness and to shift perspectives, to propel an action or other. There's no such thing as a slave. There were human beings who were trafficked and then enslaved by people who believed they could own those human beings as chattels, as their personal property. The entire transatlantic slave trade was designed to deny African people their humanity. And that denial was premised on a racial hierarchy with no basis in fact or science, a racial hierarchy that deemed whiteness superior and blackness inferior. So when discussing slavery and its resulting institutions and practices, we must always start by reclaiming racial equality, the dignity of Africans, the humanity of our ancestors who were enslaved, and as a matter of course, our own humanity. I speak these words today not only for Ghana, but also in solidarity with the rest of Africa, the Caribbean, Latin America, and the wider diaspora, and indeed all people of good conscience throughout the world. This resolution is a pathway to healing and reparative justice. This resolution is a safeguard against forgetting. We stand united as Africans, whether on the continent or any part of the world, and link up with people of conscience around the world to seek truth and justice and restore the dignity and humanity of victims of the slave trade. This is a resolution of destiny. And I hope all of you will vote tomorrow to establish truth so that together we can pass this historic resolution and finally acknowledge the full horrors of these transgressions against humanity of the approximately 15 million human beings who were enslaved.
do reparations for building America, building the so-called New World, and on this side for depriving Africa of its strength and substance that it needed for its own development. So we have been double robbed, double lied to, and it's time to pay up.
What the results in here? I'm not going to ya or display no enemy. Now it's Musa and some shaman for pa, but need that come for, but don't do Mary Mahama. I bet Africa for any. In favor, I 123 against 3, and I feel so more Mama Crano, 52. Now, get to the Mary Mahama. The last speech of my as an A voting, but before that, you don't follow me, not follow me. Like the video, share and leave your comment at the comment section.
And so, delegates, on this beautiful day in March, we're called to stand on the right side of history. Let it be recorded that when history beckoned, we did what was right for the memory of the millions who suffered the indignity of the slave trade and those who continue to suffer racial discrimination. Let our vote on this resolution restore their dignity and humanity.
My question is, why are other African countries' presidents are not backing up with what President John Dramani Mahama have started in the United States? Why? Why is it only President John Dramani Mahama and the Honorable Minister Abrakwa are the ones fighting for the slave this thing to be called, to be a crime scene, for the reparation? A lot of Black Americans, are saying that we are not Africans, like they are really against the motion. We all know that all the Black Americans that are in America today, their roots come from Africa. So according to this thing, there's going to be a compensation for all Africans that this slave stuff affected. But my question is the boldness of President John Dramani Mahama to be able to carry out this tax alone only from Ghana? And that is why we always say Ghana is this country that only Ghana can save the whole of Africa. This reparation have actually caused a lot of things, in Africa. Because of this slavery, they have been hindering Africa from being developed, just like the way the United States is. And they're taking a lot of mineral resources from Africa. They stole a lot from us. So when it comes to for it to be called a crime scene, let me tell you for a fact, it is supposed to be so. In as much a lot of Black Americans are against the motion. You guys, I'm going to be uploading a video short while of what Black Americans are saying concerning this. This is currently trending. People are massively coming out because of this. Ghana to the world. Ghana is trending in the whole world currently. Currently, 123 countries have voted for it to be, to happen, what President John Dramani Mahama is requesting for to happen. But UN have actually declined. They did not vote. Anyway, we're going to be checking out more videos short while. Please do it by liking this video, share this video. Please like this video, share this video so that YouTube can post it to more people. Thank you so much.